sign language translation live. The Ministry of Information proud, I think say the Chief Minister, we are the champion of radical inclusion, will be pleased say all the events at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, sir, we always get sign language interpretation. Honor the media, I wish you a happy new year. I hope so you enjoy the holiday. We're glad you don't come back, we don't start. New year, new commitment. As usual, we can start by giving a quick rundown of the news. And I also make one quick announcement as well. That it all please His Excellency and the Cabinet for say, going forward after this week, Cabinet's conclusions, we will read the major Cabinet's conclusions as well at this press conference on the following Tuesday. So una will know what in the Cabinet they do. Again, we take government transparency to an unprecedented level, not to secret again. Who Cabinet, the conclusion, where they carry the news here at the end. I go tell and say, Cabinet don't approve this, they go Parliament, this they go into action. But now for the news. On the 19th January, when I mean yesterday, President Biodun left for go Davos, Switzerland for attend the World Economic Forum, the 56th annual meeting. When I know say this is one of the biggest gathering of world leaders, people within both politics and business for talk about the world affairs. And again, for the first time, we get a president and saloon president, Julius Maada Bio, where the world looks say, if I the rest, if I be among this conversation. So as a Sierra Leonean, if I also be very proud of the kind of leadership we President Biodun he said they invited now for Davos. They did Davos saloon, no, they said, and they call you one day, they not call you head of states for good day. Or President Biodun good day. Over the weekend, 16 January last Friday, President Biodun commissioned National Social Security and Insurance Trust na sits the district office na Moyamba. We will talk, the president said this is a part of government's determination for bringing public service closer to the people and a part of his commitment to decentralization. So now it gets a state-of-the-art facility now in Moyamba. Again, government, they continue for bringing the government close to the people there. Last week, Thursday, President Biodun meets the oil marketing company in the State House, one of the income, oil, fuel, and things like that. Again, for government, for strengthening commitment to the private sector, President Biodun say oil like critical commodity where they play role in the economy, in security, and they directly impact people in life. And he say because this is a year of action, he want to let them act in haste, let work together, let we continue to stabilize the price. As I've been telling you the last time, this 2025 is one of few years I will remember in the history of Salone. In fact, for a long time, we don't get one fuel shortage. December 1 to line up. Not single one. Prices stable. In fact, I don't need price them in the go. Thanks to the incredible leadership of President Biodun. 18 January, when I know government officials will be joined War Wounded and Amputees Association at the Peace Museum at Freetown for mark the country's first ever National Remembrance Day. The celebration be solemn, be short, be dedicated for who honor the victims of the Civil War, and we will recommit government in action for peace and stability. I've been very privileged for day alongside other top government officials for leads. We get Remembrance Grave Day, Remembrance Wall Day, Remembrance Bridge Day. If you Saloma inaugurates the Peace Museum this week, as we continue for Mark Remembrance Day, I urge you for let you go there, spend 30 minutes. Just go look around and go beyond and visit the grave. They get a grave for every single district. They mark other people that we will remember from their district, and we will cover multiple districts. I've been able, I go to map na Bond, I go to map na Western area because of my connection. And same, we don't go plenty, so Kaila, all inside there as well. But this is not part of President Biodun in call. I'll skip the next one because I think he connected and just go straight to the fact that the Minister of Health, Dr. Austin Dembi, Monday launched the country's first ever national information hub. A launcher on behalf of the president. He said this health information center will provide the country for get real-time data updates on maternal and child health indicators, including belle business, delivery, antenatal and postnatal care, immunization and mortality for informed decision making. This is a landmark initiative we tie with the Sustainable Development Goal 3. And finally, for today, on the news updates, on the 18th January, the Honorable Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallow being reaffirmed government in commitments to education, healthcare delivery, and infrastructure development. We've been described the key pillar then for national empowerment. We've been go for deliver the keynotes at the Eastern Technical University and Graduation Academy. The VP being had say over 1.2 million picking in the benefits now by the school system, and he say we don't do plenty thing for increase, for example, girl picking enrollment. So he say he's not surprised that 56% of the graduates there at that technical university in graduation day have been female, and this is not because of the work we President Bill do. That is the summary of the news we get for the past week. Now we come to why we did here. I'm for taking this opportunity to welcome my brother, my boss, a distinguished public servant. I think we all don't need introduction anymore. The country youngest, and I think I really checked the other day. I think longest serving chief minister as well. I think the check. I think of all the people who hold the position of chief minister right now, he'll be. So now let me come to the CM. We'll structure this conversation because I want to get a lot out of this conversation. First, CM, I want to look at 2025. They always talk, say we will deliver. I want to just chronicle for family. First, waiting we deliver in 2025. This conversation, they can focus. We can go into some details just so you structure your intervention. I got to ask about the PTT, ministerial performance, ministerial coordination, the different MD there, with the work and all. And then we come out to waiting President Bill mean by year of action. The role they play and how they do that. They will also look for touch on tripartite. And look at your portfolio, think they will forgive updates on. But first, just overall, set the scene. 2025, what did we deliver?
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to all Sierra Leoneans and happy Remembrance Day. Really congratulations to we all across the spectrum, Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad, all parties. We pause to remember. I think not just that we remember war, but we remember peace that waiting bring we. And we remember waiting enough to do for make sure say we know will end up to the history and side will come up. So I want to commend you and everybody will work on this, and especially His Excellency on the intentional implementation of Witness and the Truth and Reconciliation Plan, because we don't did it before. And I want to start that delivery day. That's one thing the country we don't see from what 2004, say we will deliver. The first thing we launch and we say we will deliver. But then we don't want for President Bill and sure say inside 2025 he signed that declaration there. The whole cabinet we deliver and we don't see the impact of that delivery day. I want for what we can say we will deliver, they come up from the point say we get vision, not the one day they take for fixed country. We get a commitment to them, we don't establish. They take 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Africa Union get Agenda 2063. We will deliver on every commitment in the UN. We all signed Agenda 2030. Before deliver on all that. The National Development Plan, they say by 2039, we will deliver a more inclusive, green Sierra Leone, middle income Sierra Leone. So the general principle that we will deliver, anything also we will do to one. President Bioing, the new one, and they are stuck in do, and they essentially mean in another way. So 2025, we get specific things that we will be say we will do inside the National Development Plan when our targets them, we actually meet. And we can go down on the big five. If you think about agriculture, we will say there's a target where we've been set for the number of land for the under cultivation. We set targets about 480 something thousand hectares. We set targets, say, we want for mechanization. We set targets, say, we want for ensure, say, we reduce rice importation. And we did. We say we want more rice self-sufficiency. We go closer to that we target there. Within education, school feeding, we've been set targets as to how much we want for the, we say 900,000 by 2025. Teacher training, how many people that we want for the teacher training, PHU then, where we want for their existence and for upgrade and maternal mortality. And Mr. Minister, if you go at the National Development Plan, because I can let wait for more woody, almost on every indicator, the targets that we set, say we will meet by 2025, we meet them. Almost all. A few that we fall short on, many we exceed. So, not only that the base where I want to start from, but a lot of people can talk about the economy. Now, one of the biggest things we able to do, and I want to tell you, see, the economy not is solved by itself. We get global problems. We get global challenges. All man see in the UK, all man see in the US, all man see all over. And His Excellency make a personal responsibility. You get minister them, you get people them, you get we all. But in maker, as in then they call and say it micromanage because it matter for how they address the economy. And that day nine make you see we reduce interest inflation. Inflation they tell me about price instability. We even talked earlier, you see the price table. Price not change today to tomorrow. And we able to bring that down from 54% to under 5%. The lowest we don't ever be in the last 20 to 30 years, single digit below 5. And here's what's interesting, Mr. Minister. 2018, when President Bill take power, even they close to 20. President Bill, within a couple of months, bring our down to 9%. Then the COVID happened, and then global. So, if not by chance, we do one inside 2018, 2019, and then the whole inflation go up. And when we decide again, say we for do this, we see His Excellency bring a candle. You mentioned as well reduction in rice price, about 30% reduction from what's been there at the start of the year for imported rice, for local rice as well, price reduction been there. We developed pricing formula then for other commodities, which means the commodities been available and they in the market. We also established plenty other companies that we mean say with the export and that exportation they continue for bringing value and forex for we. So maybe I want to start here now general point of view. I want to start here now on the general view for say on every indicator, almost every indicator, we meet the targets we'll be supposed to meet within the National Development Plan.
Thank you very much, CM. So we can get into some specifics. I think you don't lay the foundation well. So I want to focus a little bit on the performance of government. Because while they're going to read now, people they ask about if the ministry is a performance, how will it track? And sometimes you make a very public show of, say, we design a ministerial compact of some sorts. And then your office and your responsibility for track how they perform and how they do. Maybe help the public for understand your role for coordinate government delivery and the tools the way they use. And then if you maybe want to just highlight some of the findings from last year.
As you say, President Bio commits to transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability, people thinking, like for using as big word. Government should be accountable and transparent. It really means the thing that we do, this press conference here, like a form of transparency and accountability. I'm glad we don't announce and say this year, every cabinet conclusion will get for the people they need for the one. Because people then can feel say, cabinet discussion are secret, within the happen inside cabinet, because we solve problem for now. But the conclusion of cabinet is also secret, because the agreement, or the policy, or the law we get for the. You get country like Rwanda, after every cabinet, the Prime Minister office, they publish full list of cabinet conclusions. Now, Francophone West Africa, then they go be SLBC or the national TV. Everyone, then they do one. Or you get somebody, they give press conference. White House, what they done on the cabinet, then they do full. And then that transparency. The only reason we're making them known to be trade now because people then be known take and say, oh, cabinet. And so people then they see and say, oh, cabinet, they do shumu. Well, I don't go cabinet today again, and so not a secret. Waiting the conclusion there. So that day, now one of the indicators actually now on transparency and accountability. And so they ask ministry there for that. One of the biggest things inside the performance tracker now on audits, people they don't study read audit reports. Or they use audit reports and say, you don't go thief. As opposed to, here's the process. Did you follow the process? Is this solution where you say you do, it reach to the people then? Even if it reach to the people then, why make you not follow the process? You don't go correct time? Yes, audit important, and we lack audit. And we're glad with this audit now that even don't come with new ways for measure impact, quantitative and qualitative. So there is a misconception, say government not like audits. Government who me I like audits, I read that for more than 10 net. I want maybe you go, you see at least line by line. We like audit. So the track.
I want to ask you specifically because some of the press reports don't only focus again on audit reports and some of the findings on both your office, but also are you responsible generally as well for we your office there as well, like the state of audit. But let me start with the PTT and the findings, because I therefore can follow up specifically on the audits.
Okay, so audits are one of the things that we would put actively in the performance tracking for say, you don't implement the audit recommendations from last year. The other one are cabinet conclusions. And how many cabinet papers in the Cargo? How many cabinet papers in the Cargo and the implementation of the cabinet conclusion and they matter? Because you know they count policy, we look around the cabinet, certain policy that will require legal or finance and forget other people their inputs. If one law, one for modify, people then say, the law is not too old, you need to create the cabinet. And if you want to get grants, if you get agreements, you need to create the cabinet. So cabinet conclusions matter. We also the audit people there on how much money then they bring. And as some minister and they in the room, Ministry of Social Welfare, as somebody way actively, as an example, they always go and spend money and bring money because not just for the tax purposes, we need to build new partnerships with the commodity. Important that we know say the major chunk of what's inside the performance tracking and the national development and commitment. So the reason we make acting always go back to the plan, when we say stick to the plan, when we say read the plan, when we say all things the plan, because that plan day, aim to tell we the roadmap and how we country they develop. So the bulk of what's inside the performance contract, now waiting we've been done say we they do, and with the list for that year day, for saying that this 9 target, for their activity then we get the general components now with audits, with finance, with transparency, how many management meeting they began, senior management meeting, just so we encourage people them so that they will do their work.
But just like audits, people like grab anything and then they only seek the headline. Would I can force? Would I can last? Because it's a human instinct thing, right? Audits, the headline with the journalism one, 400 million missing. It's most times it's not really missing. The audits they track. If, for example, even if we do this event, but if they can check, say, the paperwork not being correct, or at the time when they ask for if we follow strictly the procurement process, we say, well, that day they will be there for do this, but the outcome was there and they still list that as an software no go right. Yeah. So on the performance tracking, I want to talk about how you assess performance of ministers in 2025 overall. If you can give an indication of like area the way you see minister they will perform well, whose area the way you think say, well, you want to see we strengthen with performance, just maybe add some color to it, sir.
So I want to do something really important. Not to minister them with the evaluate, ministries would evaluate. So the minister fantastic human, Minister Bawo, phenomenal human. But if the ministry, if we have ministry, not the thing they would have been saying what they do, with the put and they, not mean say not so fantastic and phenomenal human then. And that's the one most important thing I want to make people. Last year, government delivered 113 cabinet paper the ministries, and 85 were approved. The other one in information paper, and then we draw the rest. For just tell you about the length or the breadth of work we governments they do. If you assume the cabinets they happen once every or twice a month, or once a month, they will give you an idea of how many cabinet paper them and how long we did take for voting this. And it really so 75% approved, and some the others like information paper. And for make many people they know no more. So not the old civil ministry, the Caribbean cabinet will they approve. Plenty they will run, plenty they will not say rejected. But the chair of cabinet will say the ministry will withdraw and for go do more consultation, or for go improve on that, or for go answer other questions then where we as cabinet don't decide say we want to do. And then an important indicator of how government